Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another discussion video, and I think we do need to talk about this. I think this is a very good topic to talk about. I think this topic needs a lot more attention, and I think we do need something done to it. So let's read it. I'm gonna link this down below, and let's get right to it. So CD Projekt Red needs to make a statement addressing the police AI. It's clearly a placeholder and absolutely ruins immersion. I 100% agree. There's nothing more for me to say that hasn't already been said, but I just can't simply comprehend the police AI. Basically, everything else I can get past to some extent, but the police AI literally has to be a placeholder. It shatters any immersion. All they need to do to drastically improve it is add a 30-second timer, play a radio voice clip, units inbound, crime in progress, spawn police 100 meters away, and then pathfind police to player. Or in other words, just make it similar to GTA. That's it. Just make it super similar to GTA, but futuristic. Change how the units are. Make some of them flying like they already are. Just make it similar to that. That's it. There was no need for any new innovation. I think everybody is happy with that system of policing in games, and a lot of different games have copied that system of policing, and it's never really been a big issue, in my opinion. I've never seen it be a big issue. So I think if they would have just done exactly like GTA, but futuristic, obviously in the cyberpunk space, I think it would have been fine. Yeah, add some of those guys that can kind of teleport, whatever, but add them later. Don't add them right away. And the worst thing is when you're driving. Look, I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Worst thing when you're driving in an area that's higher than your level, and you hit somebody by accident, they're literally gonna teleport to you and one tap you just out of nowhere. Like one time, I literally ran over somebody. I got out the car to do a mission, and before I could reach the mission, boom, one tapped. I'm out of there. You know what I mean? And it's just like I don't even know where he came from. I just heard like whatever that noise is right before they come. You hear that, and then you're done. It's over. See you later. You can't even react. And I don't think that's it. I don't think that's how it's supposed to be done. Let's see what they say. That seriously should be doable in about 15 minutes by a competent dev. Well, probably more than that, but people are saying that the current AI for the police isn't acceptable in 2020. I don't think it's acceptable in 2012, to be honest with you. Uh, like I get the look. Before I say anything, I get the concept of what they're trying to say. When you started the game and you went with Jackie um, into the city, you saw that huge it wasn't like a helicopter. It was like that huge, like that whatever that airship, right? It showed up because a couple of guys in the car started shooting. So they showed up, they dropped down, and they just took those guys out. Now, from seeing that in the trailers, what I got from it was that the game was going to have a GTA type of system, very similar to it, and then like close to the last levels of like not the last levels, like let's say they kind of because they do have a star system, it just doesn't do anything because when you get 1 stars, you get the same enemies as 3 stars. They just multiply, you know. But I thought they would have a star system as it was shown, and then all the way like whatever the highest star count was, those guys in those airships showed up, and they are the heavy hitters. That's what I thought from the trailers, from everything else that was shown. That's how I thought the policing would work. But no, those guys in the airships never show up. They just teleport to you randomly, and it's, you know, the original GTA from 1997 objectively has better police AI than, yeah, it does, unfortunately. It really does. It's unfortunate. It's absolutely mind boggling. They need to come out and address this. Look, here's my thing about it. The police AI is garbage. But the crazy thing, especially for me, but here's my experience. For me, I don't, in GTA, I always like messing with the police AI. Who hasn't? Get in a car, see how long you can survive. Run people over, go, and see how long you can survive. Who hasn't done that? I feel like that's a good pastime of anybody's, right? Or like, for example, in GTA 4, you would get into that clothing store next to your house. You start shooting and see how long you survive in that store while all the police just surround the building. It's so like it's like a mini game in itself, right? And it's just what I'm trying to get to is I enjoyed doing that, and I would have enjoyed doing it in this game as well because there's a lot of opportunities, there's a lot of inside environments where this would have been great for. A lot of those alleys, a lot of those rooftop places, this would have been great for it. For that type of like little mini game of just trying to evade the police or trying to make a last stand, that would have been amazing. And it's unfortunate they didn't do it. It's unfortunate. But another thing I have to say is there's a lot of content in this game to the point where I didn't even think about doing anything with the police yet because there's so much other stuff to do. So I think in a way, while the police AI is garbage, I think they somehow redirected me, especially. I don't know, maybe other people are different, but for me, I've only got in trouble with the police a couple times in this game. And if you run away a little bit, like what I've learned is, as soon as the crime happens, if you bolt it out of the way and kind of do a little bit of crouching whenever you pass the corner, the police usually get off your back, which is good because that's what I do nowadays pretty much all the time, and they usually get off my back. But I do have some of those times where I go into a high level area and I get clapped. It is what it is, right? But with all that being said, I think this is a very valid point. I'm pretty sure I would say more than 95% of people who are playing the game have this point. I don't see anybody coming out and saying, I actually love this police system. I don't really personally see anybody coming out like that because most people who are playing this game have played GTA in their life, regardless of which GTA it is. I'm pretty sure a huge percentage of the people who are playing this game have played GTA in their life. I think that's like close to being factual at this point instead of opinionated. And they've known the police system that GTA has and how it's good. I don't think it's talked about enough, but the police system in like most GTAs is very good. It's very like, I don't know. They nailed it. Like Rockstar nailed like the whole how police works in games. Even for games like Red Dead, it has a little bit different kind of like variety to it, but it's still good. You know what I mean? Like they really honed in on that like aspect. And it's unfortunate that, CD Projekt Red just didn't take, a direct line from them, I think it was a wasted opportunity. I think it would have made for some amazing, I would have been making those type of videos where I was like, how long can I stay in this? How long can I stay in that? I think those videos would have been amazing. They would have gave the game so much more like oomph, you know what I mean? I think it would have just upgraded the experience by so much, and it's so unfortunate that he did not do that. Will they do something in the future? Hopefully. I really do hope so. That they look at it and they redo it from the ground up, Literally just make it close to GTA. I'm pretty sure that Rockstar does not care. And if you use your characters and you just make a little tweak here and there, they can't even call you out for copying because it's not copying because you've done it with your resources. So, or even just license the thing from them. If that's their intellectual property, license it from them. You've definitely got the money for it. You know what I mean? I don't like being like in people's pockets and stuff, but listen, this game was a top seller on Steam for 5 months. You know what I mean? It always stayed in the top 10 of top seller games. Apart from whenever there was probably like a big sale on certain games, those guys went up above them. But usually this was always in the top sellers. So they definitely got the money's worth. And I think they could afford the license. 100%. If it is a license, right? But yeah, I think this needs to be talked about a lot more. And definitely the statement. Definitely need like an update where they just overhaul it. And it's a very wasted opportunity, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think. Let me just read a couple things that people have to say. The problem is the insta spawn of cops. Yeah, like the whole insta spawn is not good. Spawn them a block away and let them come. Yeah. Look at the police for too long and you get a warrant. I didn't get that either. That happens. I never know if I'm good with the police or not because some of them I walk past and it's like we're cool, but some of them they're just like, wait a minute, and they just like you know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. In my opinion, all AI in the game is kind of weak, very disappointing. Yeah, that's an argument you can have. In a way. I'm upset that you can't talk to most people. Like most people that you see in the crowd, you can't even talk to them. You can interact with them. Like you can say one thing, they'll say one thing back to you, and then if you try to do it again, you get a couple dots. That's one thing I don't like, and I'm gonna say it out there. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm gonna say it. You know? But yeah. Okay. Has some dude on here tell me the police say I didn't matter because you're not supposed to run around and kill random civilians anyways. That's tough. I don't know what to say about that. You know what I mean? That's tough. I thought he was gonna say something else, but that's tough. You know, his moral judgment says you can't, so you shouldn't be doing that. How you gonna argue that? Technically, they are correct. True. How you gonna argue that? I can't even argue this. It is what it is. He got me. Checkmate. Literally one of the first things I tested out, the cop AI and the way the game handles law enforcement is worse than Red Dead Redemption 2, does it? Is it bad in Red Dead Redemption 2? Like, I don't know. I didn't play much of the second Red Dead Redemption. I didn't play much of it, unfortunately. I know it's like one of the best games ever or whatever, right? But is it on PC nowadays? I think it is. When I first got it, it was on console. I played it for a little bit, and then my roommate came over. He was really drunk, and then he started playing it, and he got me like, I'm talking about like in the thousands of bounties in like most counties in the game. And then I couldn't play the game without keep getting hunted, so then I quit the game because I was very upset. So that's literally the reason why I quit. But I thought it was still a good system in my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I looked at it wrong. I don't know. Insta spawning cops and cop drones literally next to you is lazy programming. Could be seen that way, yes. I shot a dude in the face, way out of the dam. No one around, just him and me. Within 5 seconds, the game spawned 2 drones next to me. As in within 10. Okay, but here's the thing. So, I think if you're in a very populated city, I think since it's kind of like a futuristic game, I'm pretty sure. And like how remember when we saw the in the game, you see these airships that are for medical assistance, and whenever they sense that a person is dying, they send that one over. I kind of understand how the drones get there very quickly, because as soon as they see that the person's heart is not functioning anymore, they send the drones if they think it's a what do you call it, like a shooting or something assault worthy. They're gonna send those drones out. Here's how I combat this. In big cities, yes, they should get to you a lot faster, because I feel like those drones should be just nested in everywhere around the city, right? And if something does happen, they try to get there as soon as possible. With that being said, if you are, like he says right over here, where you're really far away, yes, they should still come towards the body even without being told, because obviously everybody has that like cyberware to them, so therefore they have those chips that say, oh, this person's dead now, we should go check this out. So it makes sense that they still go to that location of that dead body, but they shouldn't spawn, like insta spawn there. So you know what I mean? Like I kind of get where they're coming with it, kind of with that futuristic aspect, that, you know, like every single person in a way probably has like a camera through their eyes and stuff like that. Kind of like that Black Mirror, one of the Black Mirror episodes where, you know, something like that happens where like you can like everything you see through your eyes is recorded, and obviously your heart rate and stuff is recorded too. And I'm pretty sure that's how they're trying to imply it into this game. It's just the insta spawn was really bad choice by them. Really bad choice. I get the point where they're still going to show up to the body regardless, even if there's nobody around to see it. I think obviously the drones should be sent out, or the police should be sent out. You know, it makes sense, but just they shouldn't spawn on top of you. So there it is. That's my end all be all. Let me know what you think. Ask me any questions, any concerns, and like always, stay safe.